Thank you for joining me for today's practice. My name is Paula. Today is a short sequence that's about the hips. We're just going to give it a lot of attention and a bit of mobilising, a bit of opening. And yeah, so make yourself nice and comfortable. We're just going to be we're going to stay seated and then just come down onto the mat at the end. This is a lovely practice to do anytime, but particularly in the evening, just to unwind. So let's make a start. We're going to just take a few moments just in a comfortable seated position just to centre before we start our practice, just allowing the hands to rest down to the legs, closing down the eyes, just finding the breath. Noticing just the sitting bones grounding down into the mat. Just checking in with the spine. And noticing if there's any space that allows for a bit more length. So perhaps as you inhale, growing a little bit taller, up and out through the crown of the head, allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Maybe starting to slow down the inhale and slow down the exhale. Letting go of anything that's just been happening, or your day, or anything that you've got coming up. Just allowing yourself to be here. Just with each breath. And then when you're ready, blinking open the eyes, bringing the hands back behind you, palms can just be flat, fingers pointing back. Open the feet as wide as the mat. And then let's just take our windscreen wipes here, just letting the knees drop over to the right, taking an inhale to come through center, letting them drop over to the left. And seeing if you can just create a little bit of ease with this movement. Just letting go of the weight of the legs as it comes down towards the ground. And using your breath and your awareness just to notice what's happening in your hips. You know, maybe there's one hip that you feel a little bit more than the other. Just last one. And then coming back to center. Extending those legs out long, just taking a little moment here, flexing down, flexing through the feet, pressing down through the backs of the legs, just in a Dandasana position with the feet hip distance apart, lengthening up through the spine. We're going for our bow and arrow here. So you're taking hold of the right big toe with the first two fingers if you can. If that's not available, then you can hold the ankle. You can even hold behind the knee. Left hand can just stay by your side, holding onto the right big toe, taking an inhale to draw that right knee back and then letting it go forward and allowing that to just rest the upper body down, and then going again, so drawing that right knee in towards the right armpit and then letting it go and letting the upper body relax. And if it feels okay to synchronize the breath to go for the inhale as you draw back and then exhale as you go forward, feeling free to use that, but always just breathe in a way that feels right for you. Noticing if there's any kind of release that you can have through the upper body. So not worrying about the body staying really long. You can just let the body just curve forward. And we'll just go a few more here. 3, 2. And on this last one, just allowing the torso to relax forward. You can let that upper body curve, let the head hang. Just allow the breath to slow down. And then coming back upright with the torso putting that right hand down by your side, pressing down through the backs of the legs to begin, and then taking hold of the left big toe or the ankle or behind the knee. And then let's start again. Drawing that left knee back, inhale, and then exhale to relax the torso forward. It's almost we're thinking about that bow and arrow like action. So that's the energy of the drawing back, and then there's a being propelled forward. You're using just some momentum here. Remember, you can work at a pace that feels right for you. So you might be going slower. Maybe you feel like going a little bit faster. Let's go for 3, 4, 2. And on this last one, just letting yourself relax down, releasing the hands, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening out the breathing. One more full breath. And then inhale, coming up, crossing the legs, make your way into your down facing dog. Just only for a moment here. Pressing down through all 10 knuckles, drawing the quadriceps up. Looking forward towards the hands, bringing that right hand a little bit more towards the middle of the mat, and then step the right foot to the outside of the hand. Dropping down to that left knee, release the top of that left foot down. And then we're going to take a bit of a twist, so using the right palm on the inside of the knee, and you might come onto the outside blade of the right foot. Starting to take a twist to look over the right shoulder, just allowing that left hip to relax down towards the mat. Taking one more full inhale, staying for the exhale. Bringing that right hand back down, plant the right foot down again, and you can stay here up on the hands, or you might have a bolster, or if you want to come all the way down to the forearms, coming down to the forearms. Hugging that right knee in towards the right shoulder. Breathing into the front of that left thigh. And if it feels too much here, you can always come back up onto your hands. Just take 2 more full breaths. And then coming back up onto the hands, tucking the back toes under, lifting that left knee off and making your way back into down dog. Just taking a breath here in your down dog, lengthening out through both sides of the waist. Looking forward towards the hands, bring that left hand a little bit more towards the center, stepping the left foot to the outside of that left hand, dropping down onto the right knee, release the top of the right foot down. Just starting with this twist, so coming onto the outside blade of that left foot, using that left hand very gently pressing into that left leg, turning the upper body as you relax the top of the right hip down towards the mat. Open breathing. And then let's return the left hand back down, plant the left foot down, and then either staying here up on the hands or moving down a little bit further onto the forearms. Hugging that left knee in towards the left shoulder. Finding the breath. Just feeling free to close the eyes if you'd like to. Using the breath to meet any rising sensation. Noticing if there's any space to let go. And then coming back up onto the hands, tucking the back toes under, bringing that right knee off, and this time we're going to shunt this right knee forward so we can come to a seated position and lie down on the back. We're going to take a supine gomukhasana, so crossing the right leg over the left and then bringing the knees in, and then we're going to try to hold the shins or the ankles, squeezing the knees in. If this just feels like it doesn't work for you for any reason, feeling free to go for your figure four. That's also completely fine. Otherwise, if you're in your gomukhasana, trying to stack knee to knee, squeezing the legs in as you press the back of the pelvis down, maybe closing down the eyes. Trying to soften the face and relax the shoulders. Long, slow breath in, slow breath out. So one more full breath, inhaling. Staying for the exhale, notice if there's any more space. And then let's release. Placing the feet flat onto the mat, crossing the left leg over the right or left ankle onto the right thigh, and then bringing the legs in. Trying to hold the shins, the outsides of the ankles, stacking knee to knee. Just honouring if one side is really different to the other. You might even have to take figure four or just swap around what you're doing. Once again, just using the breathing to meet any rising sensation in the body. Trying to let go of any unnecessary effort here. Slow breath in, long breath out. Taking one more full breath, inhaling. Staying for the exhale, maybe trying to bring the legs in a little bit closer towards you. And then let's release the legs all the way down. Uncross the legs. Last pose, let's bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open out, coming into our Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Just allowing the body to relax down into the mat now. And then let's start to extend one leg at a time, long, moving into your Shavasana. Continuing to surrender the weight of the body with each exhale. Soft face, soft belly. Whole body, letting go. Just resting here for the next couple of minutes. Please feel free to stay resting here. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.